Hi, I'm Mom and I welcome you all to MomDas Life Handmade. Today I'm going to take something very ordinary and turn it into a beautiful decor piece. Today I'm participating in a wonderful challenge called Ugly Duckling Challenge. I was more interested in the name as it goes Ugly Duckling Challenge, and this challenge is being hosted by Heidi Sonboul and Corey from Desert DIY. I'll put links to both the ladies' channels in my description box below along with the playlist link so that you can get more inspirations. So what is the ugly duckling that I picked up? And that is this piece. Are you familiar with this? If yes, let me know. Now, I believe anything that is woven with cane or bamboo, reed or a rattan can be called a basket, and they come in different shapes and sizes, and this is something very different or very common in my part of the world, but might be a very new thing in many other parts of the world. So this is something that is called Kulo in eastern part of the country, and some places in the northern part of the country it's called supa. Now what is it used for? It's made of cane. Kula or supa is used for sieving, or it's used for separating food grains from the small pieces of dirt, particle, husk or small stone chips. It's mainly used to separate the grains. You toss the grain, you put the grain here, food grain here, and you toss the food grains so that the food grains are on one side and the dirt is separated out and you can discard the dirt part. It's used, it's a traditional utensil kind of thing. My mother knows how to use this. I never managed to use it. It's also used for some ceremonies and religious purposes. I got it because it's woven, because it's a basket basically, and I wanted to make some decor item out of it. I got this some time back, but I never came around with an idea that I liked that I wanted to do with this. If you Google, if you search in a search engine and you ask for Kulo decoration, you'll get some ideas related to this thing. But I'm going to show what I planned and what I did with this. And if you're new to my channel, I welcome you. And if you're old to my channel, I welcome you again. And what I like to do is I pick up something ordinary and turn it into something beautiful and useful. I love to do high-end tubes, DIY, decor, home, recipes, now everything within budget. And if this is something what you like, and if you're not yet subscribed, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button given below the video and hit the notification bell so that you're notified each time I post my video. Today I will change this ugly duckling into a beautiful swan, but before that let me tell you I have made a separate playlist on my channel called Spring DIY Playlist, where I have my spring and Easter DIYs that I have made ever since I started my YouTube channel, and you can find them all together. I'll put a link to this playlist in my description box below. Other than that, all the decor DIY and different playlists are definitely there in my channel. So the first thing that I did with this Kulo or Supa is I cleaned it, I washed it really well, dusted it, and it's now neat and clean. But you can see there are some marks. Maybe it was painted for some purpose before I got it. I could not take this subtle paint, subtle orange tint that has come here. Maybe it has seeped into the cane. So I decided I need to paint it over so that these marks don't show anymore. So I started with some black and white acrylic color, and this is a weave, so I can create a pattern. So every third piece I painted black, and I did this for 3 rows, making sure that I don't paint any piece that is next to each other, no consecutive piece. Now once the black was done, I went ahead with the white. I painted white right behind the black because of the high contrast, and again I did the same pattern on 3 rows together. Then I wanted to add a little metallic glam to it. I'm not a very bling person, but a subtle metallic shine is something I really like. So I thought of taking a bronze acrylic color, and in the empty spaces that were left now in the pattern, I painted them with bronze. I took care that all the small pieces, even in the corners, follow the pattern so that there's a strip which is full of beautiful pattern. I'm already loving it. The boho heart, the boho corner of my heart is just in love with this. I can leave it just like this, but I should still go on. Now the first step, I need to make an arrangement to hang it. Now this is a cape, so it's a weave, so there are gaps. So I just took a piece of jute string and I went through the 2 ends and brought it out at the back and tied it so that I have a nice string to hang, and I tied it tight so that it doesn't show when it's hanging on the wall or the door. Now going a step further ahead, I decided to add the words spring to it. For this, I just took a piece of paper. It's about 3 inches by 6 inches wide, and I just folded into 2 and then again folded it so that I have 6 parts. I folded into half lengthwise, then I folded it in widthwise, and then again and again. You're getting the picture. And then cut off a triangle at the bottom to make a swallow-tailed bunting shapes. Then cut individual pieces out so that I have 6 pieces for the bunting. Then taking a broad tip black marker pen, I mark the edges of the bunting, giving it the farmhouse enamel or distressed look. Finally, I took another piece of string, this time a light colored yarn, and with a yarn needle through it, I just went or sewed through the bunting because it's just a piece of A4 size paper. So I could stitch through it, hand stitch it, and it looks really cute when I can see this small piece of yarn through it. Now I am very notorious at making mistakes with spellings when it comes to decorative writing. So after my bunting, after my banner was ready, I went in and added the letters and I spelled out spring. Therefore I needed 6. So once this was done with the same needle and the yarn, again I went into the weave of the basket and I tied it on 2 corners, and once I was made a simple knot, I just secured the yarn there at the back of the basket using just a simple tape. This is done, but then giving another option to everybody who loves to add florals or greenery. The choice is endless. One can add any kind of florals, any type of florals. I decided I wanted the boho look, so I wanted some succulents to add here, but I didn't have one at hand, a spare one at hand, so I added these handmade succulents. I tried making some handmade ones, so I added them to one corner using double-sided tape. You can even use glue gun for that. I think it's looking pretty nice and pretty cool with the spring words on it. It's looking beautiful. But then I went ahead and again changed my mind and took the florals or the succulents out, and I changed my banner to write welcome. And I think I love this welcome sign a lot more, and this is going to stay in my home now for a long time. I'm loving this. Do let me know how did you like the transformation of the ugly duckling in my video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please share, write down your comments. I love reading them. And if you love the content of my channel, do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. And I'll see you very soon in another video, another DIY. Until then, take care.